It's time for Wisconsin race fans to gather round. Welcome to the Racing Roundup Show, and thanks for joining us for our 42nd consecutive season. We are your destination for news and interviews, the Wisconsin racing scene, the upper Midwest, NASCAR, and more. With the support of our great sponsors, the Racing Roundup Show is America's longest-running weekly motorsport show held in front of a live audience. And tune in every Saturday morning at 11:30 to CW18 Milwaukee to catch Milwaukee's only motorsports show. You still have time to join the racing crowd for tonight's show. And now, here is the host of the Racing Roundup Show, Jim Trado.
Hey gang, how are you? Glad to see you here on a Tuesday night. We are celebrating our first road show of 2026. It is the Johnson & Sons Paving Road Show season, presented by Oak Creek Automotive tonight. We are hanging out with you at Slinger. We're down the road from Slinger Super Speedway, which is kicking off a season this coming Sunday with the ASA Midwest Tour, the late models, and the debut of the Crown Vics. We have track owner and operator Travis Dassow here with his family. We're going to talk to Travis about all the things they've done in the offseason and the anticipation of this Sunday, knowing a lot of teams have already gotten some track time over the last couple of weekends, and including today with one of our guests who brought their car right from the track to display here at Raceway Bar and Grill, 711 Washington Street, East Washington Street. Just put your phone. It's right here. We're hanging out where all the cool people are. Back in the day, this was Willie and Kathy's, where everybody came before, during, and after the races. It's still that way. What a great way to celebrate racing this week, because this is the race place, right? Slinger USA. So we're going to have a bunch of fun talking about a bunch of Slinger Super Speedway guests and drivers, and we got a bunch of people in the crowd already, but you still have room to join us. We have some great giveaways, including race tickets to Sundays at Slinger Speedway. Yep, come on down. We got some giveaways after the show as well. Some great guests lined up for you, including Grant Griesbach and Jaden Johnson. They won championships last year in the super late and late model divisions, respectively. Grant's got his race car here, and I'm looking forward to seeing and talking to Jaden. He's been busy since last season here at Slinger. He was all over the country, literally, racing since we saw him last. Ryan Wire and Harley Johnson are here. Ryan actually brought his late model out. He was on the track last Sunday. Looking forward to seeing how things are going with his family team. And Harley just bagged himself a big old trophy in Las Vegas, this one. And he brought home another guitar for the Johnson family showroom at racing this past weekend. I think it's 3 or 4 days at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Overall champ of the Bandos, so we'll talk to Harley about that as he races in another full season at Slinger in the Bandolero division. Perhaps some Legends cars in there as well. We'll find out for more. We also have Slinger Bees and Figure 8 drivers along with us. We've got Matthew Wandry, Nathan Lemberger. They got their cars out front, as well as Kendall Becker. Thank you, Kendall, for bringing your car down. They got the Figure 8 with the fin on roof. Of course, the Becker car, right? You got to have that. And we also want to talk about Morgan Zerwinski, who's racing in both the Bees and Super Bees. She's here tonight. Got a day off of work, so why not come out and hang out with the racing crowd? So glad to see Morgan here. And Lincoln Johnson's been busy, too. He actually finished second in points last year at the Bandoleros at Slinger, so we'll talk to him about his season. Yeah, a lot of Johnsons here tonight, but it's great to see that they're not only involved in racing, they're also going to sponsor the May 31st Memorial Night at Slinger Super Speedway, where they recognize those who passed on the last year or so from the Slinger racing community. We begin our show tonight talking about a couple of folks that meant a lot to our racing community. Mark Brunner was laid to rest on Sunday. A lot of race fans were there, a lot of race friends and familiar faces over the time of his 4 decades of racing on dirt and modifieds and late models. Mark Brunner passed away, and his service was this past Sunday. Glad to see some familiar faces there. And we received the tragic word that Natalie Klemko, just 38 years of age, lost her battle with cancer on Sunday. She raced Wisconsin Wingless. She had a scholarship in college to go professional cycling. She was a semi-pro cyclist before racing in the Wisconsin Wingless Sprint Series with her brother Chris. Natalie, the last couple of years, actually, has been on the road. She and Bill Baylog hang out, and she did a lot of great things for Wilmot Raceway, as well as Bill Baylog's social pages, and ran the merch trailer, and they were a great pair, and she'll be dearly missed. I just received word before the show from Johnny from Rococo's in Sheboygan that she'll have a service for her, for Natalie Klemko next Wednesday, the 29th, in Kenosha. You can find out details by going online to KenoshaFuneralHome.com. Again, Natalie Klemko's services are next Wednesday, the 29th of April, and our thoughts are certainly with their families and all of our friends that are affected by Natalie and her passing on Sunday, and our thoughts with Mark Brunner and everybody else who's kind of hurting right now, kind of getting on the mend and getting better and dealing with life, really. And it's just a matter of another way to say, man, we got to really celebrate what we have here, and we have a great group of folks and friends and family hanging out with us tonight at Raceway Bar and Grill in Slinger, where we're going to be here for the next 90 minutes on the air. We're certainly going to talk about this Sunday's big race weekend and the full season ahead. There's been a lot of work done at Slinger Super Speedway since we last saw them race last fall, and we're excited for the season. We're hanging out with you at Slinger Super Speedway, Okay, down the road. It's right down the road in Slinger. We're in Slinger, Wisconsin, at Raceway Bar and Grill on Highway 60. You can't miss us. But look for the cool race cars out front. It's really great to see the crowd here. We want you to be part of it. Come on down. You still have time to join the racing crowd. We'll be right back with Travis Dassow, the owner of Slinger Super Speedway, on this edition of the Racing Roundup Show. It's a Johnson & Sons Paving Road Show presented by Oak Creek Automotive at Raceway Bar and Grill in Slinger. I will be right back.
Thanks for tuning in to the Racing Roundup Show. Check out our website, racingroundup.show.com, and like our show on Facebook. Join us on Twitter and Instagram at Racing Roundup. We're coming right back after these messages from our awesome show sponsors.
For your next purge or project, go with the pros. Source Services. Champion driver of Wisconsin Short Track Hall of Famer Dan Source founded Source Services in 1988 with one truck, one employee, and a tireless work ethic. Through the dedicated work of Dan and his employees, Source Services LLC is southeastern Wisconsin's leading waste container rental company. Dropped and picked up by professionals, you can rent a dumpster for up to 60 days. Source Services sorts and recycles to reduce the amount of waste going into landfills. Go with the pros at sourceservices.com.
Interstate Batteries, outrageously dependable. Life is full of questions. Is the presentation ready for work tomorrow? Why is there so much traffic at 3 p.m. on a Tuesday? Are your in-laws visiting this weekend or next? You've got plenty of things to worry about. Whether your car will start shouldn't be one of them. With an outrageously dependable battery under your hood, you can cross one of those questions off your list, which gives you time to answer more things like,
Are we there yet?
Interstate Batteries, delivering the most trustworthy source of power to the world since 1952.
Join the racing crowd every Saturday at 11:30 for the Racing Roundup Show, Milwaukee's only motorsports TV show. We have racing highlights, news, and interviews from the Wisconsin racing scene, NASCAR, and more. With great support from our sponsors, our host Jim Trado and expert reporters cover all things motorsports. Visit racingroundupshow.com. For 42 years and counting, the Racing Roundup Show is the destination program for Wisconsin race fans.
Organize like the pros with Hefner Racing Products. Take your trailer to the next level. Upgrade your garage, streamline your shop. Whether you're tearing up the track or tackling home projects, Hefner Racing Products has you covered with the best made and widest variety of organizational accessories made right here in Wisconsin. Shop online now at hrpracing.com.
Welcome back to the Racing Roundup Show, America's longest-running weekly motorsports program held in front of a live audience. You still have time to join the racing crowd. Now let's get back to our host, the PA voice of the Daytona 500. You've seen him on Flow Racing's coverage of the Snowball Derby and Slinger Nationals, and on Track TV's coverage of the ASA Stars National Tour. Once again, here is Jim Trado.
Hey, gang, thanks for joining us here on a Tuesday night. We're hanging out with a bunch of racers at the Raceway Bar and Grill in Slinger on Highway 60. Come on down and join the racing crowd. It's a great night to hang out with us. It's a Johnson & Sons Paving Road Show presented by our good friend Bobby Gutnacht, who's in the Slinger Wall of Fame at Oak Creek Automotive for a good reason. Been racing there forever. A lot of great racing going on, and some of those racers that we see on Sundays have raced at Slinger Super Speedway. It's time to get you up down the speed in the world of NASCAR with this segment brought to you by Rapina Realty. List and buy with confidence to buy or sell your home or commercial property. Hire a realtor that has the knowledge and expertise to get your deal done. Sell your house or they'll help you find your dream home. That's really easy to find. RapinaRealty.com is the destination. Interstate Batteries of Southeast Wisconsin brings us the NASCAR report. They're a proud founding sponsor of Joe Gibbs Racing. Visit interstatebatteries.com to find a battery for every need you may have at a dealer near you. In overtime, it appeared Kyle Larson was going to win the race on Sunday at Kansas Speedway. It's one of the best racing tracks, I believe, on the schedule. Tyler Reddick proved it in the final chapter of the race. Reddick lost the lead to Denny Hamlin by pinging off the wall, then screaming to his team he ran out of gas. He stayed behind Hamlin. They got a caution, and it was a spin by Cody Ware, who was out there with 60-some laps on tires. and he spun, bringing out the caution. They all came to pit road. They all took 2. Chase Briscoe took 4, restarted 9th, and he was coming. He only got to 3rd, though, passing Hamlin at the start-finish line. Larson got out to a good lead. They were pinging off each other. Seabell and Reddick and Hamlin down the backstretch after the green flag went going for overtime. And turns out, I thought for sure Larson had it done. He had 15, 20 car lengths. And once you know it, Reddick powered back and got to his inside and turn 3 on the white flag and won his 5th race of the season. Unbelievable. It was a good job by him and that team. He just had the power. That track is racy. It's got grooves. You can go anywhere you want. It was a good run by Tyler Reddick and his 23-11 team. And Saturday's O'Reilly race, the winning move for Taylor Gray. Taylor Gray came early. He actually pitted first among all the leaders that went 95 laps to the end of green flag racing. He was the first to make a green flag stop. It's his 2nd career win. Sheldon Creed started last and raced the 2nd. His teammate is Franklin, Wisconsin native Sam Mayer, who finished 9th. Slinger resident Josh Blicky overcame an early slide to finish 26th. Rhinelander's Parker Retzlaff was caught up in a crash involving Carson Quapple on lap 2. He ended up on the front row at Quapple after the qualifying was washed out. And on the backstretch, he got nudged by William Byron, sending his car sideways in front of the field. As Quapple hit the wall, his car started to tumble, and in went Retzlaff. Hit the car, and that was it for his day. So Retzlaff gets credited with 36th on the day. I was at Kansas Speedway to work Saturday's midday ARCA race. They had a practice session Friday. Big wind off of turn 2. Saturday morning, cold, and a big wind off of turn 4. Made things challenging for some, but not for Joe Gibbs Racing and Gio Ruggiero. They were in the lead pack all day. They went to victory lane. Daniel Dye finished 2nd. And yesterday, Daniel Dye announced he's running 4 Cup races with B.J. McLeod at Go Fast Racing, so that's been a NASCAR update. He'll be making his Cup debut this weekend at Talladega with that team. In the ARCA race at Kansas, both drivers raced as teammates for Cletus McFarland and the Squirrel McNutt Thrill Show. Yeah, those internet sensations, they raced in the race. Cletus did a really fine job of saving the car. The motor blew, and he drifted all the way from the top of turn 1 to the bottom of turn 2, and it was spectacular if you like that kind of stuff. His teammate, Squirrel McNutt, yes, that's his name, Squirrel McNutt finished 12th in his ARCA Menard Series debut, just his 3rd stock car race ever. This weekend, the ARCA Series heads to Talladega, as well as the O'Reilly Series now. I almost said Xfinity. O'Reilly Series along with the Cup Series. O'Reilly race on CW18 Milwaukee starts on Saturday at, 3 o'clock. ARCA races before that. And Sunday it's 1 o'clock on Fox. But you're going to be at Slinger Speedway, so you can just tape it. I got it. Hey, here's a reminder to watch or record our TV. We do a TV show every Saturday morning at 11:30. It's a 30-minute section of our selections of our show from the prior Tuesday. We want to get more people to the track, get more people excited about going to the races, and we also want to make sure people are seeing what we get to do and fall in love with every Tuesday on our podcast show. So in on CW18 Milwaukee or CW18Milwaukee.com Saturday mornings at 11:30. Part of this interview, by the way, will be airing this Saturday. So if you say, hey, I was there when they did that, feel free to watch it again and share with your friends this Saturday. Or better yet, share this show. You can show it on demand anytime you want. We have our first guest lined up, and I'm getting my little clock ready here. I got to time everything now. It's kind of crazy. So when it comes to the world of racing, people know what Slinger Super Speedway is, and it's been a year since we had this first guest on the show. Here we go. Welcome back to the Racing Roundup Show. I'm Jim Trado, and joining us for our first guest of this show is the man and the family in charge of Slinger Super Speedway. After our first full year of ownership, let's welcome in the second-year ownership man, Travis Dassau. Travis, Slinger Super Speedway is certainly something we got to love for a long time, and now it's your baby. How's it going?
That's right.
How's it going?
Good. You?
Really good. Now, the neat thing about what I like to do is I like to talk about racing. And when I talk about it from Wisconsin, they're like, have you been to Slinger? So the reputation's there, but, man, you guys are not stopping at just saying we own the place. You guys have done a lot since last year, haven't you?
Yeah, it's been now it's been a little over a year now that we've owned the place, and we just don't stop. It just seems like we keep starting new projects and starting different things to do, and I think we've gone through about 25 dumpsters or so since we started, and just different projects and different things, and just trying to make it better for everybody, better for the fans, better for the drivers, better for us as a family, and everything like that. So.
And when it comes to looking for those opportunities to improve, you found some equipment at Beaver Dam Raceway. You found a chance to repair a wall in Turn 3 that you said we need to fix that or get a better way to get that racetrack secured in Turn 3. Fans may not see that, but there's a whole lot of infrastructure stuff that you guys have been working through, haven't you?
Yeah, there's a ton that the fans don't even see. You see the fence, you see that sort of thing, you see some of the different little projects we've worked on, but in the last year we've put over 1,200 feet of conduit under the ground for electrical and things like that. We've gotten rid of a lot of overhead electrical that's been there since probably 50s, 60s.
Yeah.
We've just been hitting every corner of the racetrack pretty much. It's just whatever we just look and we go, man, we need to work on that too. We need to work on that, and we just keep plugging away at it.
What's it been like knowing that it was coming last year with some things in place, but now you're a year into this, and I'm thinking that flow never stops. Whether you ask for it or you get it from people, you kind of have to filter that. But I would think that there are people wanting to help you. I'm included. I want to make sure you guys are at least aware of, hey, I saw this somewhere else, or maybe this is something to consider, or have you guys thought about adding Crown Vics to your schedule? I mean, there's people coming to you with ideas all the time, aren't there?
Oh yeah. There's there's a lot of passionate fans, a lot of passionate drivers, a lot of people that care about the place, and we appreciate all of them. It's we have ideas, but we love to hear everybody else's ideas too, and try to make it a place that everybody enjoys and wants to keep coming to, and hopefully we're here for a long time.
It's a Sunday night tradition at Slingers. It's 35 minutes north and west of downtown Milwaukee. I love the fact that it's a quarter mile, and you guys keep the show moving, man. It's awesome knowing that coming up on May 17th, that'll be the first Sunday night show for a weekly program. There's a lot going on, a lot of buzz, including for this big weekend this Sunday. You guys are kicking things off. What's going on?
Yeah, we got the Midwest Tour coming in. We had a year off of Midwest Tour racing on the opening weekend, but we brought it back. Between that, we have a $2,500 to win late model show, which we had last year at the opener as well, which last year we had 34 cars for that in that division. And then we're starting out our brand new division, the Crown Vics, starting out on Sunday with a 25 flat feature.
So if you've ever been pulled over by a police car that's a Crown Vic, like the Blues Brothers car, that was a Monaco, okay? But I'm talking about the Crown Victorias that Grandma drives, or now we're cop cars. They're now race cars, and it's blown up across the country.
It has.
What's been the reaction here for guys rolling in and gals rolling in saying, I want to race this division this year at Slinger?
We got a lot of good feedback, a lot of good. I mean, I can't count how many cars are getting built right now. There's so many people that have been talking about it. We've had 11 cars test so far between the first 2 weekends. I know there's a few more that have talked to that are coming this weekend and stuff like that. So, I mean, we could have 15 cars this weekend, which is pretty good for a brand new division.
So, Travis, when you're there or your wife is literally painting the grandstand bleachers, do you listen for the cars getting fine-tuned? Because Crown Vics maybe can make a little tire chirp. I've heard them at Anderson Speedway. There's a whole lot of tire chirping there. But when it comes to that setup, I mean, they're going to be dialed in pretty quick, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot to change on them things. We're trying to keep it as economical as possible. The racing world in Wisconsin's kind of lost that entry-level division, and we're trying to make sure we keep it that way. And I mean, the rules have been set up across the country to try to limit people to doing things and try to prevent them from spending that money and making these cars out of control. So it's a good entry-level division, and we're gonna do our best to try to keep it that way.
And when it comes to entry-level racing, there's been a process at Slinger for many years, decades, whether it be a spectator racing where you're actually literally taking your street car against someone else one-on-one. That'll happen, maybe once or twice this year?
Yeah, I think there's 2 or 3 on the schedule.
Yeah, there you go. But then came the figure eights, which was kind of an entry level, but you had to be kind of half crazy, mostly crazy, right?
Mostly crazy, yeah.
And then the 4 cylinders. I mean, the Slinger Bs have been around for a long time, and as that progresses and people get faster, you've actually split that into 2 different divisions now. As it was an entry level class, it still is in a way. But man, there's a lot of technology going on with Super Bs.
Well, that's the thing. There's endless kinds of cars that you can run in a 4-cylinder division, and it's hard to tech that sort of stuff. And the Crown Vic stuff, we have 1 car to tech, and we have all the stuff to scan all the ECUs, all that stuff, and it's easy to do with 1 car instead of having a bunch of different ones. So it narrows down our tech process to make sure that we keep stuff, in check and make sure that we keep everybody in the up and up.
So this Sunday is the ASA Midwest Tour, Appalachian Sucker Punch, now the title sponsor of the series. That's the series that's visiting Slinger just 1 time this year, and it is a lot of super late big-time names. You were a crew chief last year in that series, working with Joe Valento. You know exactly what these guys are doing as a racer. How much anticipation is there for maybe calls you're getting from the track owner's side for teams saying, I want to get there, what do I do, how do I set my brakes, what's my shock package, as the track owner trying to give some advice to get that car count just right?
Yeah, I think I'm a little bit of a different track owner than most.
Yeah.
People are calling and asking questions about the races, but then also asking me setup advice too. It's I'm willing to help, to try to get people that haven't been here or want to get better here, things like that. Anything I can do to help is just going to make the show better. So my old crew chief Howie Leto always said, you always try to help everybody because you're out on the racetrack with them, so you're racing against these guys.
That is true, and in those moments you're like, well, Travis gave me a spare shocks, his set of shocks last race. I better not run him too hard, right? That all
exactly.
plays. That all plays. Are you still driving anything?
Last year I ran 1 time.
All right.
The kids wanted to see me race, so I went to Kaukauna and ran I think it was the blue race we ran.
I thought so, yeah.
Yeah, I was at second practice. I probably should have quit at that point.
You almost won practice.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah,
win.
that's
all I like to say.
That'd been perfect. Then I should have loaded it up. But I think we ran 9th or something that night, which was first time I've been in a super late in almost 5 years. So, not that I want to rush out to do it again, but it was fun.
It's a family business. It's a family operation, and certainly 70 years now. How many years is it going to be?
79 this year.
79th year of racing. It's starting this Sunday afternoon. SlingerSuperspeedway.com is the website. By all means, get your tickets in advance through Ticket Hoss. You can get season tickets as well if you want to come every Sunday and share the tradition of some great racing at Slinger Super Speedway. Travis, thanks for joining us on the show.
Thanks.
And that was our 7-minute interview with Travis Dasso. Got it timed out there. I want to talk about the food now. What do you got? What do you got for food? People want to know what they're going to be inspecting to see. I know you got the beautiful Turn 4 bar going.
Yeah. We did a bunch of work to the concession stands actually this winter. We, some of the stuff we've done, we started doing, the day the races ended last year, we started working on the place.
Yeah.
And some of these things that we've done since September, a lot of nobody's seen yet, but it's already 6 months old to us.
So get there early. Get there early
come
Sunday.
check it all out.
Yeah.
But no, we redid all the concession stands, all the floors got redone, new equipment, new different things. So we're just trying to make everything easier, make it more productive, just making sure we get food out to everybody and everything like that. A lot of the food's staying the same as last year. A couple little tweaks and things like that, but, you never know what pops up. We're talking about maybe doing some specials once in a while, things like that.
Do you need any additional kitchen help, or do you have schools in the area?
We're always looking.
That's what I'm asking. I didn't know.
Checking with Kelsey. She's the lead hirer.
Now, this is a family operation. What do the kids generally get to do or want to do on a given race week? Because it never stops. It's not just Sundays.
Yeah, we got to. Easton they both have to go out and pick up garbage as soon as the race is
Okay,
in.
all right.
So, and if we don't do it on Sunday night, then they complain about it on Monday or Tuesday. So we got to make sure we get them going right away and make sure we get stuff cleaned up. And to get Easton off the gator or off the golf cart, and do the things, we keep him busy, though.
Is he the only one that has a key to that golf cart? Because I never see anybody else driving it.
No
just
kidding,
Easton.
right?
Yeah, just Easton.
Yeah, just Easton.
Yeah.
Harley's starting to learn, though.
Oh, boy.
She won't race the go-kart, though, yet. We have one for her, but she won't race it.
All right.
She says she needs a pink helmet, pink suit, all that, but we said we get her that, but she still won't do it.
So as the high bank season starts off, I do want to remind you that they are courtesy carts. We talk about golf carts, but courtesy carts are a big deal for people that may not want to climb the hill or go up the hill and say, I can't. Well, yeah, you can. You guys have a lot of great people that help volunteer to get people to the stands, to the parking lots. It's really a nice setup you have.
Yeah, it turns out Slinger Speedway is not a flat area to navigate. So we try to help out as much as we can with anybody that needs a ride, things like that. We actually are starting to add to our fleet a little bit on some of that stuff. So even coming from the parking lot, things like that, we should be able to start kind of giving some more courtesy rides and things like that too. To help out.
And the ADA parking is right out front of the main gate. It's really conducive to having that. And when it comes to the pits, I know that the pits are where people want to be. But in reality, you got to be pretty careful. And you got some great pit stewards and people helping there, too. Yeah,
we do. We have everybody, a bunch of guys that have been there a long time. Mm-hmm. A lot of the pit side hasn't changed a whole lot since Todd's been around, or Wayne, even when Wayne's been around. A lot of these people have stayed the same, which is awesome. They're very passionate. They love doing and trying to help everything out and things like that. So that's cool. And we've actually done a lot to the pits too this winter.
Okay.
I think my buddy Dan spent about 40 or 50 hours in a skid loader.
Whoa.
Yeah, we redid the whole parking area pretty much behind, kind of going up the hill and things like that. Haulers aren't getting any shorter.
Right. True.
So
True. Yeah.
we had a fire pit. We moved that, and then we actually ended up pushing pretty much all the pit stalls back about 30 feet. Now there isn't a pit stall on the right side when you kind of go up the hill that isn't less than 100 feet long.
Okay.
So we can fit anything all the way through, which is. At times we have issues with that. When nationals come around or a weekend like this, it's hard to get everybody fit and everybody comfortable. Where we tried to work on that. And I got to thank Johnson & Sons Paving.
You should
sponsor.
Yeah.
They came in, did some patchwork, and they restriped everything.
Come on.
Yep. Everything in the pits is restriped for the weekend.
Way to go, Johnson & Sons Paving. That's awesome. Knowing that that involved, they're super busy.
Yep.
And they have a chance to help you out.
It's a good way to teach their stripers, the new striper people. So.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Now they're going to get out and buy race cars and go racing.
Not strippers, stripers.
Stripers. I knew what you said. Yeah. He said it, not me. it's going to be exciting this Sunday. So the teams get to practice that are racing on Sunday. They get some practice time Saturday, right?
Yep.
But Sunday's be a pretty compact day for the fans. What's going to go on?
Yeah, so I think pit gates are open at 8 o'clock. Just for tech and things like that, because ASA isn't going to be there on Saturday for tech, so they got to tech all the super lates in the morning. I think practice is going to start about 11.
Okay.
Because we can't start engines till 10 o'clock on Sundays.
Okay.
So 11 o'clock practice start. Qualifying is going to be, I believe it's 1:30.
All right.
And so we got 3 divisions. It'll go pretty quick to roll through that, and then we'll get going at 3 o'clock.
$2,500 to win the late model race. The Midwest Tour is going to put on an awesome show. That's going to be a bunch of cars trying to qualify in on time.
Yeah, I think that's going to be. I'm guessing we're going to pick up a couple more because of Dominion being canceled too. With the Stars race.
The ASA Stars National Tour, if you didn't know, today said we're going to postpone Dominion Raceway in Virginia. That may free up a couple of guys that were planning on going south to come north. A couple of factors played into that, including the weather forecast. So, yeah, I hope to see a few more, at least some more fans that might want to just get in the stands and watch it, because it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. Ticket prices are here. You can buy them on Ticket House. Can you buy them in advance and save a few bucks?
Yeah, you save a couple bucks going on Ticket House. It's a really easy to use app. More and more people started utilizing it last year, and it's really simple to use. And it's we're going to start utilizing it a little more too with different. We can send out a bunch of different stuff, so when races are going on, what's going on. Even we can send stuff during races if we want to run a special, like at the concession stand or something like that.
Yeah.
Hey, $1 off next half hour if you show the app and things like that. We can do stuff instantly through that thing, and there's a lot of stuff that we're starting to learn on that. That's gonna.
And if I remember, through the Ticket House app, once you have your ticket downloaded, you can walk to the gate and walk right in. You're not waiting in line for anything, right?
No lines.
You buy in
nothing.
advance, you walk right in.
Yep, and you save some money.
Yes. Yeah.
So, and a new thing now this year too is they've gone to all-in price. So there's no sneaky pricing, processing fees, none of that stuff afterwards. So what you see on the ad is what you're paying. So
the weekly series, I would call it the weekly shows, start on Sunday, May 17th, and that's a night race. There's no more afternoon shows after this coming Sunday, correct?
No, we figured we'd change it up a little bit. We've had day races. I mean, back when I was a kid, I remember going night races all the time. I mean, other than the opener.
Yep.
And we thought it was time to kind of switch back. I mean, weather's usually been pretty. It's been iffy in May, but we figured it was time to go back to night racing all the time. So we just pretty much the opener's going to be a day race and the rest are going to be night. Unless the Packers play in September, then we'll kind of flip-flop times.
That's okay with me. That's all right with me. It's going to be a lot of fun. And keep in mind that this Sunday is the ASA Midwest Tour, the late models, and the Crown Vics. The weekly shows start up on May 17th. That's every Sunday night, all summer long, with a lot of different things going on. You can buy season tickets through Ticket House as well. It's a money saver as well. If you want to go every Sunday or just enjoy it, it's a lot of fun to have that Sunday night tradition carry on through the Dassau family and all the work they do with their staff and their crew. How about a big hand for Travis Dassau for joining us here for a few minutes, bringing the family down in a busy week preparing for the season opener. Thanks, man.
Jim.
Appreciate it very much. Travis is here hanging out with us. We're at Raceway Bar and Grill. It's a Johnson & Sons Paving Road Show presented by Oak Creek Automotive. Come on down and join the racing crowd. We're talking to a couple of champions in this racetrack. When we come back here on the program, they worked hard for 2025. We'll see what they're thinking about 2026 next on the show.
Join the racing crowd every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Central all season long. Share what you love about short track racing on our Facebook page and on Twitter and Instagram at Racing Roundup. We'll be right back with more of the Racing Roundup Show.
Get your whole family involved in affordable, competitive kart racing at Millwright Raceway in Dousman, Wisconsin, home of the Badger Kart Club. Walk the pit area, talk to racers, and check out the action from the grandstands. There's a play area for the kids and great food at the concession stand. Spectator admission is free. Badger Kart Club points racers and National Touring Series race on the challenging paved road course most Sundays from April through September. Badger Kart Club is well established and well respected. There's 15 classes and over 100 drivers racing every week. From ages 5 to 75, kart racing offers competition for generations of racers of all ages. Bring the kids and check out kart racing for yourself at one of America's finest kart tracks. This is where Alan Kowicki, Danica Patrick, Sam Mayer, and Josh Palicki got their start. Millwright Raceway is just south of I-94 in Dousman, 35 miles west of Milwaukee, and 45 miles east of Madison. For all the latest information, directions, and race schedule, visit BadgerKartClub.com.
Adams Towing offers expert heavy-duty towing services for the entire state of Wisconsin from their Plover headquarters. Since 1961, 3 generations of heavy-duty towing specialists and racing supporters have provided towing, flatbed, and reload service, plus winching and upright, long boom service, truck starting, and cleanup. Adams Towing proudly sponsors Ryan Farrell's Super Late Model team. Put Adams Towing and their experienced team and their fleet of heavy-duty tow trucks and rollbacks to work for you. Call Adams Towing today at 715-344-3836.
427-1000. American Foundation. Cracks and leaks in your basement, have no fears. We've been fixing those things for over 60 years. Trust and dedication, that's American Foundation.
Call American right now for huge savings.
427-1000, American Foundation.
When we decided to get our crack-leaky basement done, I am so glad we called American Foundation. It gave us a sense of confidence, and it gave us our basement back.
And it was the right choice.
Thank you very much.
American Foundation Specialist has been fixing basements since 1947. Satisfied customers are the future at American. Call American for huge savings at
427-1000, American Foundation.
Precise Auto and Truck Accessories is your one-stop shop when it comes to adding style and functionality to your vehicles. Owner and late model racer Mike Grunberg has 15 years of experience installing window tinting, cat skin leather, seat heaters and seat coolers. There's a million accessories available. Ladder racks, trailer hitches, detailing, remote starters, and more. Precise Auto and Truck Accessories in Wisconsin Dells is a WeatherTech Diamond dealer. Bring your vehicle to the trusted guy, Mike Grunberg at Precise Auto and Truck Accessories.
Hey race fans, Wisconsin is ready for action, and you can watch it in person Sunday, April 26th at Slinger Super Speedway. The Appalachian Sucker Punch ASA Midwest Tour kicks off its season with the Jerry Prieskin Memorial at the world's fastest quarter mile. Watch the high banks come to life as tickets are available now on starsnationaltour.com/Midwest. It's the Appalachian Sucker Punch ASA Midwest Tour at Slinger Super Speedway, Sunday, April 26th.
Like our show on Facebook and share our content with other race fans. We hope to see you at one of our upcoming shows, too. Join racers, other race fans, and win prizes. Racing Roundup Show.
Welcome back to our program. Tonight we are at our first road show of the year. Thanks to Johnson & Sons Paving for sponsoring our road shows all year long. And it's been a lot of fun here hanging out with us at Slinger Super Speedway's, well, neighborhood bar, I call it. Raceway Bar and Grill just down the road from Slinger Speedway on Highway 60 in Slinger. I want to thank our friends at Johnson & Sons Paving as well as Oak Creek Automotive for bringing us this live broadcast on a Tuesday night, April 21st. Hey, this portion of the show is brought to you by BMR Electric Carts in Random Lake. They have e-bikes and scooters in your choice of colors. They also have an average of about 20 Icon electric and gas golf carts in stock, including the 2026 Icon i60LX 6-passenger. BMR is your dealer for Klotz synthetic lubricants and Wabam products. Brad Miller is Wisconsin's only Icon gas and electric dealer. Check out Check out their Facebook page, BMRE Electric Carts Company. After tonight's show, we have giveaways for the audience here at the Raceway Bar and Grill, including bottles of Anderson's Pure Maple Syrup. You can win race tickets to attend Saturday nights at Slinger Super Speedway. On Sunday nights, we have Interstate Batteries of Wisconsin LED flashlight keychains. I've got 4 tickets to next Saturday's World of Outlaws race at Mississippi Thunder near La Crosse. We also have photos that I found from Alan Quicky's racing with G&G, that'd be All-Star Racing at the Slinger Nationals and the Miller American car with Bobby Dotter's era. And the picture we're going to give away here that's in front of me tonight is the black number 8 GM Goodwrench Camaro that Dale Earnhardt drove here in 1987 at the Slinger Nationals. That's among our prizes, thanks to our friends at Greenfield Gallery. So if you want to come down and join the racing crowd, you can win anything we have except for these trophies we got to give back to the Johnsons tonight. Everything else we got, we're going to give away. It's time for Anderson's Pure Maple Syrup Racing Spotlight. We try to gather it on a driver or team or a series, and tonight we're going to honor the champions of 2025. The Pure Maple Syrup Driver Spotlight tonight is on a couple of drivers. We want to remind you that Anderson's is a proud sponsor and supporter of World of Outlaws sprint car racer Bill Baylog and modified racer Jason Gross. Try Anderson's in your coffee or tea or on vanilla ice cream. Buy Anderson's Maple Syrup at your favorite grocer. Shop Anderson'sMapleSyrup.com. Our spotlight tonight shines brightly on 2 drivers ready to go after and defend their championships. Let's welcome in 2025 Super Late Model Champion from Slinger, Grant Griesbach, and 2025 Rookie of the Year and Champion of Late Models, Jaden Johnson. Guys, thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having us. Thank you.
When it comes to this type of activity, I'm thinking that there's a lot of work to be done between the last race last year and the first race this year, Grant. We'll start with you. You brought your Super Late here today. You told me before we got on the air that car has had some work done, but not a lot of things have changed. What has changed since last year's awesome run to the championship?
Just kind of some off-season maintenance. We've been working hard all winter. Kind of done some upgrades, pick cart, trailer. Just kind of rebuilt the car and sent it back out there. Got out today and ran some laps, and everything went smooth. Excited to see what speed it's got in it come Saturday when there's 30, 40 superlates at the Slinger Speedway, and we can stack up.
The race is this Sunday, so you can see Grant racing that in the Superlate models in the ASA Midwest Tour race, a 100-lapper there. Jaden, you get a first crack at Slinger, back to defend. In your late model, you've been racing a lot of pro late models and supers lately. You've been a busy guy. What have you been doing since the off-season started?
We really haven't had an off-season. We've been racing since our last race at Slinger, actually. We pretty much haven't stopped. We took a few weeks off in December, and right now is my longest break of 3 weeks. So it's nice to have a little break right now. We won't be racing much in the limited up at Slinger much this year, but continue our pro late stuff all around the country with CRA, Cars Tour, stuff like that, and a few local super late races like Adele's. I think we're running all the Live for 5 stuff, and running Golden Sands full-time in super.
When it comes to racing and preparation, Grant, you had some magic last year, but it came through hard work and dedication. You won the Slinger Super Speedway Championship. You won the Wisconsin National Raceway Championship on Thursday nights. You won the Red White Blue State Championship, 3 races at Kaukauna. You finished no worse than 8th in 15 Midwest Truck Series races last year to finish just short of the championship. When it comes to that kind of success, what do you have to look at? What do you have to key on, knowing that you're going to be doing a lot of the same things, racing in those environments?
Yeah, it's just kind of try to repeat last year. It's a real high bar to set, but I feel like we're getting better, and hopefully, we were very fast at the icebreaker in the 60 truck, and I had some gremlins with being a brand new truck, but I think it was even better than last year, and it just gives us confidence that the program's even better, and we're hopefully can pick up right where we left off.
Speaking of busy, it's going to be a busy season for Grant once again. You work at full-time too, right?
Yeah, I work at Baker Tilly and Tax, so yeah, definitely been a long winter making up hours. So I spent November down south with the Ram race for the Seat Show, and then get back home and spend a week down in Bradenton for the Bigley Memorial. So it's been a busy winter making up work, and excited to get back to the racetrack.
Let's not glaze over the Ram race for the Seat. You were one of the select, 15 drivers from across the country being accepted into the program of racing for a ride in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. You had a crack at it. You were one of the drivers that they said, we want you to be part of this program. What was that experience like, knowing that TV cameras were rolling the whole time?
It definitely was different going into it. I'm not very media trained, and not as maybe professional as what I'd like to be when you're on camera 24/7 for 15 straight days. You can pick up some stuff, but I had a great time racing, great time meeting a lot of other cool drivers. That NASCAR world's it's a different animal. I'm not, I don't know if it's cut out for me. I feel like my driving talent's definitely cut out to be there. I feel like I was just, when I got into a legend car the first day down there, I knew it wasn't my competition to win. So definitely, it's way different down there. They race, and it's serious, and that's a way of life for them, and it's a way of life for us here. But we race with a lot of respect here, and we have a lot of fun, and everyone on the show is pretty respectful. But those guys down south, it's a different animal. You watch these Cars Tour races where they pile up cars and just flatbedding them off one by one. But it's a different way of life, and I'm excited for the opportunity and glad to get my name out there on a national scale. And hopefully it brings up more opportunities come the future.
And as you headed home, that's exactly where Jaden Johnson went to be and wants to be.
Yeah.
Jaden Johnson won the championship last year at Slinger in a late model. He finished 4th in the All-American 100 Pro Late Model race at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway last November. He raced in the Red Eye Pro Late Model race at New Smyrna Speedway in January. He had 3 top 5s in 6 races, 8th in points in the Pro Late Models at the World Series of Asphalt Stock Car Racing at New Smyrna Speedway in February. Then you got your first taste of the Cars Pro Late Model Stock Race, 10th at Kenley, which is awesome. 11th in the Cars Pro Late Model West race in Las Vegas at the Bull Ring. And you finished 9th in your Pro Late at the Dell's Icebreaker first race in the Live for 5 race. I mean, that's what I could find anyway. I've been trying to follow you. Holy cow, you've been busy.
Yeah, we've been really busy. There's a few others in there that weren't anything big. I mean, we went down to South Alabama. We were running good, and driver kind of got sick halfway through and wasn't doing too good towards the end, and we ended up 5th, and that was our best Pro Late finish this for that race. We got a second down in New Smyrna, but yeah, we ran all the speed weeks and the All-American in November, but it's been busy, been really busy, and we're going to keep going here.
Now, it's not just you racing, it's a Johnson family effort. You have 2 younger brothers and a younger sister. Your younger brothers are kicking tail. You've been a mechanic, you've been a racer, you've won your share of legends, including a guitar at Nashville in 2023. What's that been like, that dichotomy of helping them, working with them, and legends and vandals while you pursue these stock car races?
It's been cool. They're definitely a better bando racer than I ever was. Harley's got 2 guitars now, and he went out to Vegas. I'm sure you'll hear about it, but
he's on the show later. Yep.
He's doing really good, and Lincoln's got a legend car, and we're building him a 602 Outlaw car that he's going to be getting in a little bit and pursuing that a little bit more.
So before we turn you loose on this portion of the show, which people can see on Saturday on CW18 Milwaukee, I want to find out where we can follow you guys on social. Where's the best place to follow where we can find you racing, Jaden?
Johnson Sons Racing on Facebook and Instagram.
All right. Grant, where's the GT17 fan club?
GT Racing on Facebook. Find it on there, and it's Grant Griesbach on Instagram.
And when it comes to racing, these are 2 of the finest young men you'll ever want to watch. They race clean, they race hard, and they are fast to compete with and easy to cheer for. How about a nice big hand for Grant Griesbach and Jaden Johnson joining us here on the Racing Roundup Show. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
I want to find out more about the effort you put in, Grant, to that truck. I was told when I showed up at the Dells Raceway Park that the Lynch Racing truck is not the one we saw race last year. That was down in the pits when somebody else driving it. You guys sold it, right?
Yeah, it was the 25 Alan Borntrager bought the last truck, and he had a pretty good weekend going too. I think he had a little misfortune in the qualifying order Saturday before the rain came, but he was pretty good. But no, it was a brand new MRI chassis for the 60 group. Kind of finished it up Thursday right before we had to go Friday, and by the time we got the truck, it's February, and there's only so much time before April 11th comes and time to race. But that MRI truck was really good. I think way better than last year. So
okay.
I definitely think the 60 team worked hard, and it's not for a lack of effort why things went wrong. It's everything was brand new and everything was built thoroughly, and it's just stuff happens. It's part of racing, and it never breaks when you're running in the back. So it was good, and I feel like we had a race won, but it gives me confidence in my team and the 60 team, and getting into the GT17s, and hopefully we win as many races or more than we did last year.
Big time effort. A lot of things going in the right direction. One common denominator between these 2 rising stars in Wisconsin is one guy in his shop. It's right down there from Utica Bar. His name is Casey Johnson. He's won his 4th Midwest Tour Championship as a driver, but he's been impactful in setups and getting you guys in the right frame of mind to go racing. How important has he been into your racing, Grant, setting up those cars and winning races and championships?
Well, he's been helping us since 2020, and we started off really good, had a really good 2021, and we've kind of chased mechanical problems for years. I feel like we were just as good as we've always been setup-wise, and last year it just felt like everything clicked. Everything came together, and felt like my ability as a driver just got way better, and I could finally handle the race cars he was giving me. So he's definitely taught me a lot of racecraft. Through spotter Craig's been helping me out at Kakano in case he's not there, and it's just been unreal the way he's elevated my career. And I felt like, for a while in my, late teens that, I felt like I was just staying a little stagnant and not making improvements. And it's finally good to see improvements and championships come out of all the work we put in for, 20 years of racing.
Yeah, and it takes every bit of effort. No question.
For sure.
What he did has got you probably in the right mindset, right? There's a lot of it between the ears that you got to just say, okay, I got this figured out, or I figured it out because Casey said this should work, and it is, or I'm going to try this and tell Casey I like this better.
Oh, for sure.
It's all part of that process, right?
And the communication, driver to crew chief, and especially when he's not there, you kind of got to, he's got nothing to do but trust me. So we finally on the, clicking real well together, and it feels like we're always thinking the same thing, and we can move forward and make the cars even better.
Jaden Johnson, they ended up buying a Pro Late model, and I talked to Casey right around that time. He said, we got their car in the shop, but guess what? Jaden's in here in the shop a bunch too. What's it been like making the transition from a top-flight, nationally known Legends and Bandolero team to saying, I want to go stock car racing and Casey's my guy? What's that been like for you guys?
It's been cool. Casey's definitely helped us out a ton. Casey does all the setup and everything. Man, he's been huge helping me become a better driver and teaching me what I need to do to become a better driver. There's no doubt about that. He's really helped me a ton from a driver aspect. But cars in my shop, and I've been working on it. I work on it every day. Every day I'm working on it, and he helps a ton. But we're still working on it ourselves. And I mean, we wouldn't have done last year without him. So I'm very thankful for that.
And when I got to Dells Raceway Park for the icebreaker, I walked by Casey's car. The next car sitting there was the black number 8. I'm like, I didn't think they ran Pro Late models. And you said to me, Jim, I'm running my Pro. It's my first Super Late race. You were racing against Casey. What was that like? Did you have to split crew guys up? Did you get some more friends to come with you? How was that competing against Casey, perhaps for the first time?
Nah, I still got my crew, and they all came up to help. But it was cool. It was cool to race my first super late race, and we did okay. Struggling qualifying with having a little motor, but we ended up, I think, 9th in the race. So we went from 20th to 9th, I think. So it wasn't too bad.
Grant, when it comes to people helping you, we talked about you have a couple of teams, a couple of folks. Who is all helping you with your racing efforts this year?
Definitely the Lynch squad's helped out with the truck. Mike and Alex have been in that shop more than I have. When I left for the show in November, it was 3 weeks I was gone, and kind of put it on them that if we want to go run the bigly, that it's on you guys. I'll be gone, and you can't call me. So they've helped a lot in the wintertime. They've been out there more than I have, even when I'm going to help the 60 team. They're out in my backyard, at least 3-4 times a week. So they've been doing a lot. My dad's been helping when he does. He takes his winter hiatus a little bit, and now it's his time. Where
I saw him at Pensacola. He's like, I've been here for a couple weeks already. I'm in Florida. I'm like, you lucky dog. Yeah. I didn't know he did that.
Yeah, now he's getting old. He thinks he needs to, retire and start spending time down south. So he's been
doing that. So we might see
a
Cobblestone Hotel right outside the main gate of the Five Flag Speedway pretty soon, you're saying?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
All right,
but
okay.
you'll have to ask him. He's not here tonight.
I will.
So
I will.
He's out working hard, so someone's got to make the money to pay for the race car. So that's a good spot
I think
for him.
I've heard your dad say that a few times.
Yeah, someone's got to. It works out. So, no, just everyone on the crew's been helping a lot. Casey's been helping a lot with setup stuff, and hopefully we take another step in the right direction this year, and I think we can, and, win some more races and chase some more championships. It's always cool to win.
Well, you mentioned the people around you. How about some sponsorship folks that have been behind you for a long time between the truck and the car? We only have another 90 minutes on the show, so.
I lost my list, but Cobblestone Hotels has been a big one for me. My phone refreshed. So Cobblestone Hotels, Manley Construction, AJ Small Engine, Jaws Enterprises, Victory Graphics, JT Smith Plumbing, IBEW 494, Keys Marina, First Choice Boarding and Grooming, JT's on 96, Bridge Bar. Fremont's just been flooded, so thoughts out to them, and hopefully Bridge is open up soon. Anglers Bar and Grill. Trying to think. Hartford Landscape Supply. I'm doing pretty good off the top of my head. R&B Roofing.
We have a mystery hand showing up with a different device.
I hit most of them.
Yeah,
Clements Automotive, Gardan Manufacturing, Keeney Home Services, Core Distinction Group, Global Fab, Lake Country Home Repair, Miller Lite, Reed Racing Enterprises, and AC.
Wow, that's a lot of people.
We got 2 cars, and that's not even including the truck. So I got it takes an army to do what I do in racing, and there's hundreds of people that are involved in it, and some more than others, but everyone's got a hand in what's my success. Even though it's got my name on it, it's been 15 years of trying, and everyone that's had a hand in my development's been a part of the successes we've been having.
Good luck racing the Super Late this Sunday. Racing with the Midwest Truck Series at Madison International Speedway on Sunday, May 3rd. That's the Joe Shear Classic 36 presented by Bullseye Games. That's the next time you'll be in the 60 truck, which would be kind of cool. We'll get to see that in person, and then you can tape it and watch it on demand on Track TV. Jaden Johnson, you've got some people, and it looks like no one's here to help you. Talk about the people supporting your effort.
Yeah, I don't got quite as many as Grant, but I got thank my dad and Johnson Sons Paving. They help out a ton. Please have a driveway paved or something so I can continue to race.
There you go.
State contractors, Wisco Oil, and Zanego Ready Mix. They all help me out quite a bit.
As far as crew guys, you mentioned you had your crew with you at the Dells Raceway Park.
Yeah, Jackson Lewis, Landon Rapp, and that's pretty much it. And then whoever else I could find. Dale Nystead came and helped me out, and Blake. So that was a huge help, and can't thank them enough. We did really good.
Are you racing this Sunday at Slinger?
No, sir.
Okay.
We're taking a couple weeks off. Our next race is May 8th at Golden Sands.
All right. Brandon Gold Sands, full-time super lates.
Yep.
You mentioned Cars Tour. We can watch that on Flow Racing when you're not in the state. How many of those are you going to run? I
think we got 3 or 4 more of those on the schedule.
Okay.
And then some more of the CRA Turn 1 Series races. And along with all the Live for 5 races now.
Yeah, get on the bus, get on to those races, watch him run at the Dells Raceway Park at least 4 more times in a Super as the Live for 5 series races on. We're racing on here at Raceway Bar and Grill, but we got to say thank you to our most recent guests. How about a big hand, everybody, for these 2 guys. Defending their championship is this guy, Grant Griesbach, racing everywhere else he possibly can, including sometimes at Slinger. Jaden Johnson. Guys, thanks for coming on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Really appreciate you being here. We got some race cars out front. We've got some race fans to talk to. We've got some folks that we want to talk to. We know there's many different divisions of racing. There's several drivers represented with their cars in the parking lot here today, as well as you'll see them race across the season at Slinger Super Speedway. Those races are on Flow Racing, so you can get that subscription, get to the track, watch that anytime you feel like on a Monday night, and join us every Tuesday here on the Racing Roundup Show on our YouTube channel or our website, racingroundupshow.com. They're signing our Bob Trader sign right our backdrop, celebrating our 42nd season of racing on this program. We're back here in a minute to our Raceway Bar and Grill with more race drivers. We got a couple that have brought their beautiful race cars out front we're going to talk to next on the show. This is the Johnson & Sons Paving Road Show presented by Oak Creek Automotive at Raceway Bar and Grill and Slinger, and we'll be right back.
Join the racing crowd every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Central all season long. Contact us on our website, racingroundupshow.com. We'll be right back with more of the Upper Midwest and Wisconsin racing scene, NASCAR, and the world of motorsports.
Olson's Outdoor Power Equipment is a fully equipped parts, sales, and service dealer of quality mowers, snow throws, trimmers, chainsaws, and more. Olson services what they sell, does warranty service work on big box store mowers, and their expert service technicians are ready to get your equipment running right. Put their stock parts department and friendly, knowledgeable staff to work for you. Visit the racers at Olson's Outdoor Power Equipment today at 14323 West College Avenue, just 1 mile east of Moreland Road in Muskego. Olson'sPower.com. Olson's Power Equipment.
Automatic Transmission Design is located in Germantown, Wisconsin. They've been hard at work the last 15 years in perfecting the best performance racing transmissions and converters. The folks at ATD have made it possible to offer the best quality and most affordably priced winning components for off-road, drag racing, truck pulling, and circle track applications. ATD may not be the biggest or most famous company in the marketplace, but they have the will and put in that extra effort to provide you with the best products available. ATD's certified technicians go through a comprehensive quality checklist on every transmission and converter they build. Then it's tested on their in-house dyno. Only then is the product ready for shipment to the customer. ATD takes these steps to provide you with the best quality products every time. They are 100% guaranteed. Their no returns policy makes sure it's right the first time. The next time you need a performance transmission or converter, give Charlie a call at 262-251-7777 or visit autotransdesign.com.
Race car components for gearheads in Beaver Dam is your race car parts destination. Anna Gerke and the Gross family of racers stock thousands of parts for short track racers on dirt and pavement. Race car components is the manufacturer of championship-winning Copperhead gears. Save on the shipping cost of MD3 body panels. Parts in stock. Get your G60 Hoosier tires sight, proved and signed. See Anna in the Gearhead Parts Van at Gravity Park. Visit Race Car Components for Gearheads.
Organized like the pros with Hefner Racing Products. Take your trailer and shop to the next level with the best made and widest variety of storage and organizational accessories made right here in Wisconsin. Whatever you race or whatever the sport, Hefner Racing Products will have you dressed for success and ready to get the job done. Shop online now at hrpracing.com.
The Gravely Mower Series at Olson Outdoor Power is raising the bar on performance with smarter controls, longer run times, and more comfort. Add in layaway and financing from Olson's, and there's no lawn you can't conquer. Buy the best from the best. Gravely at Olson's Outdoor Power, Muskego.
The Racing Roundup Show is dedicated to showcasing grassroots racers and national stars of our sport. If you're a fan of NASCAR, four-wheel, two-wheel, road racing, drag racing, or the short track scene, you are in the right place. Welcome back to the Racing Roundup Show.
Welcome to our program. We're live at Raceway Bar and Grill for another Johnson & Sons Paving Road Show. I say another. It's our first one of the year. Thanks to Johnson & Sons Paving for jumping on as our sponsor for all of our road shows in 2026. You can watch these live or on demand on our website, racingroundupshow.com. Tonight's program is presented by Oak Creek Automotive. We're hanging out at Raceway Bar and Grill, just down the road from Slinger Super Speedway, where they're racing this coming Sunday. The last commercial we heard from HRP, thank you, Jeff Wessel, for being here as well tonight. Talking about racing and all the different things they supply and what our show covers. Our next two guests have, I think, half the world covered when it comes to racing around the country in different divisions, and they're really good at it. So let's get to them in a moment. We want to tell you this portion of our show is brought to you by the Midwest Truck Series, which is supported by Widener Automotive and Pathfinder Chassis. The Joe Shear Classic 36 presented by Bullseye Games is up next at Madison International Speedway on Sunday afternoon, May 3rd, along with the ASA Midwest Tour. For all the latest news and series info, stay tuned to our show or visit their website, MidwestTruckSeries.com. I'd like to remind you to join the racing crowd next Tuesday night. We're back at Paulie's Pub and Eatery in West Dallas. We'll be talking to Chris Gross and his racing sons from Race Car Components for Gearheads in Beaver Dam. Good to see Chris and Anna here tonight. And a return visit from Mike Schmuel and his championship-winning son Hayden with the Midwest Legend Dirt Series. We're going to talk to them about their big race. This is going to happen this coming Saturday night at Plymouth. That's their opener. We'll talk to them about how their season is going to shape up going forward as they race across the state and dirt tracks across, I think, mostly Wisconsin, maybe a little bit more outside the Badger State. We'd like to welcome our next two guests on the program. We're going to use them on part of our show as well this Saturday on CW18 Milwaukee. And here we go in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the Racing Roundup Show. Two young aspiring racers joining us now. One driver's won 6 championships across many disciplines. Our other driver sitting with us just won himself a guitar at National Fairgrounds Speedway. Let's welcome in late model racer at Slinger Speedway, Ryan Wire, and a bandolero extraordinaire national champion to be. Maybe he already is one. I don't know. We'll find out. Hayden Johnson, guys, stuck with the show. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Ryan, I see your beautiful number 12 late model out there. That's not the only kind of racing you've done, though, is it, in terms of getting prepared for another season at Slinger?
Yeah, I'm always trying to diversify, any different car you can get into and learn from, and it's only going to make you a better driver.
What have you raced?
I've raced everything from karts, like go-karts around, the U.S., I guess, and Spec Miata and SCCA, legend cars, of course, and then now I'm in the late model, so kind of working my way up, so to say, or working on it.
And last year, you finished 11th in points at Slinger, so when fans came to see late models, they saw you racing.
Yeah.
What have you done in the offseason to tune up for this coming Sunday's big $2,500 to win late model race at Slinger?
Yeah, a heck of a start, and it's 75 laps, I know, so
yeah.
that'll be an adventure.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we've been working on everything we can. Just there's a lot of little things on there that you're like, well, no wonder why. There's a lot of things you look at and it's like, well, that's time. So I think it's fun. We've been just picking away at every little thing.
And I saw on your socials that you guys actually got some track time already this season.
Yeah, yep. We made our first practice just this last Sunday, and just got used to the new tires and tried to see how that works with everything. Car handle's really good. First impressions are great. Similar to last year, at the end of last year, which is great. It definitely has more grip, definitely carries more speed. So
it's an 8-inch tire you've been racing on, but now we're on a 10-inch slick for the late models.
Yeah.
How big of a difference is it?
I mean, you definitely can tell. You carry more speed. You feel the G's in the corners. In a way, it kind of reminds me of the Spec Miatas because they also had slicks, so the grip that you get out of them is amazing. So it makes it more fun for sure. So.
It's really exciting to know you're here celebrating with your family tonight, getting ready for the season. Hayden Johnson, you've been racing a lot lately. Show us what you won lately.
Yeah, it's cool.
There it is, baby. That guitar is a championship-winning effort. This past week, you were in Nashville for how many days and nights did it take you to earn that championship guitar?
I think it was like 8.
Wow.
8 nights.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's some work.
Yeah.
So you're at different racetracks then too, right?
Yeah, I was at Highland Rim, which is one of my favorites, and Fairgrounds.
Okay. And when it comes to winning the guitar, you guys already have one in your family. Harley, sorry about that. You guys already have one in your family. And Harley, when it comes to the guitar, I'm thinking that Jaden's got one, right?
Yeah, and I have 2 now.
You now have 2.
Oh, nice.
So there's bragging rights here. Older brother's got to get something going here, right?
Yeah.
Or is Lincoln on your heels going, okay, when's my turn? When's my turn?
I got them all beat.
What's it like, Harley, racing with these guys and gals from across the country? Some of you see a lot. Some of you never see again. What's that been like, knowing you are competing and winning races at that level?
It's interesting because I learned a lot more at racing than at school. And most of them I still keep in touch with.
Okay.
But like at Las Vegas, I'll most likely see them probably in big cars.
Okay.
Next time I'll be
And this
there.
is the trophy you won at the Las Vegas Bull Ring, the bull right there, right?
Yeah.
When was that? About a month and a half ago or so?
Yeah, I think a month and a couple days.
Yeah. You're racing at Slinger Speedway when your schedule allows. What's it been like at Slinger and taking all that experience you have from around the country to race at Slinger on a given Sunday?
Yeah, it's interesting traveling to get to different tracks, and yeah.
Harley, where can we find you and follow you on socials? You on socials yet?
Yeah, Harley Johnson and John's Sons Racing.
All right. And Ryan, where are you on socials?
You can find me on Ryan Wire, 12R is my Instagram, and then Raw Motorsports 12 is my Facebook. So, or I have a Facebook for the racing because it gets a lot.
They do a great job keeping us up to date on what they're doing on social channels. It's great to catch a few moments with them here on the Racing Roundup Show, guys. Thanks for being on.
Thank you. Appreciate it very much.
And that'll be for the TV show. I'm writing down the time on there so don't forget. I want to talk more about what it takes, Harley, when it comes to racing. When you went to Las Vegas, you raced your Bandolero. Your brother races a Pro Late model. Did Lincoln go up there with his Bando or Legends car too?
No, I think he was golfing in Florida by my grandma's house.
Ah. I think I got it affirmed from your dad over there. Kind of gave you that look like, yep. That's kind of fun, though. You get to do a few more things outside of racing, or do you prefer just racing?
I like doing different sports and different things, especially when you're young.
Yep.
But I think racing is my main thing.
And Harley, when it comes to the effort you put into this, there's a lot that goes into it. You mentioned 8 days of racing. That's a lot. You have to have spare parts. You have to have the knowledge and awareness to fix it. How deeply involved are you in the race car preparation?
Pretty good. I like to thank like Bob Hartwig and Landon Rapp and my dad especially. They work on my car a lot, especially Bob.
Mm-hmm. And when it comes to racing, are you on the hill watching the next race or the class, or are you actually splitting time helping them and kind of getting a gauge on the racetrack on a given night?
Yeah, I like to spend a lot of time helping them, getting to know the car.
Yep.
That's how you become a better racer.
For sure. And Harley, when it comes to your racing schedule, do you know what your schedule is for the next couple weeks, or you go, where are we going tomorrow? Does it matter to you? How do you keep track of things?
I just get in the car and get ready to go.
In the country, when's your first race at Slinger? Do you know yet?
Ooh, that's
Put you on the spot.
somewhere in May, I'm
Yep.
pretty sure.
Yep. Where are you going to race between now and then? Any other trips?
Jefferson a
Okay.
couple times,
All right.
and maybe Dells and Plover.
Okay, so more in-state stuff, but you're doing the national stuff when your schedule allows too.
Mhm.
All right, awesome. And now we're back into season here in Wisconsin, so I'm guessing a few more races will be happening with the Great Northern Legends series that travels around.
Yeah.
And on those weekends, you guys are running 2 or 3 nights and 2 to 3 different tracks, right?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to adjust from one track to another with banking wise.
Mm-hmm. So what tracks do you go to if you have to race 3 nights in a row?
Golden Sands, and then Jefferson, and Slinger or Dells.
Wow, and Ryan knows all about Jefferson. There's only one corner bank there, so you really got to play the game of what am I going to do with my race car,
It's
right?
a tricky place.
Harley, who's helping you with the car? You mentioned people. How about sponsorship and people getting you up and down the road with all this effort you're putting into it?
Johnson's Paving, State Contractors, Wisco Oil, Jones Dairy Farm, and CP Racing.
And Jones Dairy Farm just got recognized as one of the best, I think, businesses in Jefferson County. So it's cool that you get that to carry that through as well.
Yeah.
And Ryan, I know you do a great job with your sponsors. It takes a lot of effort. You've got some sponsors I don't see on other race cars. I don't see many financial firms coming to mind and like, hey, I'm the guys. How has that been like formulating those relationships and bringing them to racing?
Yeah, I think I kind of am honored to kind of carry the torch for them, so to say, because it's like I really care about representing them well and showing them in a good light, and also not, everybody knows everyone, and it's a small world, and that's how I think about everything with the sponsorships too. Like a lot of the people we work with, like Baird out of Waukesha, Tony Consiglio, even their family, they both have a landscape and FNS Enterprises, and obviously the Baird. But they've been family friends of ours for a long time. But developing those relationships, like you said, it takes time, and you gotta want to treat them right and show them in that good light.
Who all is going to support you this Sunday when you're racing at Slinger and for the rest of the year?
Obviously Baird and the Consiglio family, FNS Enterprises, All Pro, Wire and Sons, our family business that does heating and cooling, VMS Motorsports. They ship things all over Earth, and just so many sponsors. It's hard to remember. Oh, and we got Racing Haas, which is
awesome.
Wonderful. Ben is a great guy there, and I'm all about getting people interested in racing. Anything you can do to get them started and interested into that. I think that's always great for us in the sport.
Yeah, the Racing House in West Bend has 9 synced iRacing machines, plus that Formula One monocoque. It's really cool. But you can go in there and test and tune your skills. You can race any track in the world and any car you want. They have competitions that the Wire Brothers continue showing up as one of the best 9 in the given month. They go head-to-head at the end of the month, whether it be a road course or an oval on dirt or pavement. It's kind of fun how Ben's really developed that.
And I think it's really cool. My cousin Reed actually does it a lot, and he's honestly, he's better than I am at it because I don't have enough time in it and getting it in, and it's awesome. And I think he's doing a great job there. And I also forgot, I got to shout out Silhouette Salon, too. They cut my hair and keep me not looking scruffy.
and how about the people behind what you do?
I mean, there's so many people that help us get to the track. I think that's half of the thing, is just getting there is hard enough. So it's usually my dad, Allie, and me is really all it is. But, I mean, we have Ron, we have Freddie that comes and helps out. My Grandpa Dale comes out and helps us with, timing of the engine and different things.
Yeah.
Just things we don't know or aren't as comfortable with. So there's things like that. Obviously, George from Motor Masters is a big help. There's a lot of engines are complex things, so making sure you take care of everything is important too.
And because your Grandpa Dale, who's here tonight supporting it, and Grandma, you're a third-generation racer at Slinger. It's kind of fun, I'm guessing, seeing some guys walk by and go, "Hey, is your grandpa here?" And if he is, it's great to hear those stories, isn't it?
Yeah, and I love that about, Ron and Grandpa both race.
Yeah.
And a little fun factoid, it's been 50 years since he won in the Honey Bucket, his track championship at Slinger. So I was like, oh, that's kind of a fun little thing.
Congrats, Dale. That's amazing.
But I thought it was cool that we all know each other, and they've known each other for so long, too, and I think it's really nice. I feel welcomed into their circle because, they've known each other forever, and they don't know, much about me right away, so I appreciate that of them.
It's a great thing. It's a great environment to be in, and if you want to bring your family down, the kids have a lot of fun things to do. You can go in the pits after the races. Usually people have stuff to give away, and Harley won't give you any of his trophies, but do you have anything like for the kids after the races when they come down? Because they don't realize how young you are considering all the racing you do. When kids see you, do you give them something or just want to talk to you?
This year I'm going to start giving out candy and like a flyer thingy.
All right.
Oh yeah, like your cards.
Yeah.
Yes.
Flyer thingies are good. Got to have those. Ryan, when it comes to walking by that beautiful white and blue number 12 in the pits, what are we going to find out? A man with a Sharpie ready to sign stuff?
Yeah, I'm ready to go to sign whatever you want, and I got some hero cards as well. I usually try to bring some candy because I know people really come for candy.
And we all want to fuel the kids with candy right before we put them in the car at 10 o'clock at night.
And lots of soda.
On a Sunday.
Yes, on a Sunday, yeah. Great combination.
Great to see you guys. Harley, thanks for being here. Thanks for bringing down the trophies. It's been great to have Ryan Wire and his family here as well. How about a big hand for these two drivers representing, their families and their racing here. They're racing again this summer at Slinger Super Speedway. Harley sometime in May. Ryan's racing this coming Sunday. The big season opener is this Sunday afternoon at Slinger Speedway. Find out more information on this racetrack website, slingersuperspeedway.com. We've got a lot of racers in here tonight. We want to welcome you to the crowd. We have giveaways after the program. We can't thank our guests, our hosts enough, I should say, as we're guests tonight at Raceway Bar and Grill, just down the road from Slinger Super Speedway. It's a Johnson & Sons Paving Road Show presented by Oak Creek Automotive. We're back with more racers, some of the four-cylinder kind, some that go through the X and the figure 8 class. We'll talk to them and some more drivers yet to come on the show. Stick around.
Thanks for tuning in to the Racing Roundup Show. Check out our website, racingroundupshow.com, and like our show on Facebook. Join us on Twitter and Instagram at Racing Roundup. We're coming right back after these messages from our awesome show sponsors.
Adams Towing offers expert heavy-duty towing services for the entire state of Wisconsin from their Plover headquarters. Since 1961, 3 generations of heavy-duty towing specialists and racing supporters have provided towing, flatbed, and reload service, plus winching and upright, long boom service, truck starting, and cleanup. Adams Towing proudly sponsors Ryan Farrell's Super Late Model team. Put Adams Towing and their experienced team and their fleet of heavy-duty tow trucks and rollbacks to work for you. Call Adams Towing today at 715-344-3836.
Automatic Transmission Design is located in Germantown, Wisconsin. They've been hard at work the last 15 years in perfecting the best performance racing transmissions and converters. The folks at ATD have made it possible to offer the best quality and most affordably priced winning components for off-road, drag racing, truck pulling, and circle track applications. ATD may not be the biggest or most famous company in the marketplace, but they have the will and put in that extra effort to provide you with the best products available. ATD's certified technicians go through a comprehensive quality checklist on every transmission and converter they build. Then it's tested on their in-house dyno. Only then is the product ready for shipment to the customer. ATD takes these steps to provide you with the best quality products every time. They are 100% guaranteed. Their no returns policy makes sure it's right the first time. The next time you need a performance transmission or converter, give Charlie a call at 262-251-7777 or visit autotransdesign.com.
427-1000 American Foundation.
When your foundation is in need of repair, you need three things: an honest opinion, quality work, and fair prices. Call American.
Trust and dedication. That's American Foundation.
Call American right now for huge savings.
427-1000 American Foundation.
Bobby Gutnick and the technicians at Oak Creek Automotive on South 27th Street in Drexel are experts in automotive repair. For 35 years and counting, the Napa Certified Car Care Center at Oak Creek Automotive handles emission testing, tires, and complete auto, truck, and SUV repair. From oil changes to transmission replacement. 414-761-3250 to schedule your free inspection appointment. For all your vehicle repair needs, head to South 27th in Drexel to the experts at Oak Creek Automotive. Check out our website, RacingRoundUpShow.com, to watch show archives, see photos from decades of our program, and links to support our awesome show advertisers. Now let's get back to more of the Racing Roundup Show.
Welcome back to our program. Hanging out with you on a Tuesday night. We're live here at the Raceway Bar and Grill. It's a Johnson & Sons Paving Road Show presented by Oak Creek Automotive. This portion of our show is brought to you by a new show partner, the Midwest Legends Dirt Series. 2025 champ Hayden Schmuel starts the 2026 season this Saturday in his title defense at Plymouth Dirt Track. We'll chat with Hayden and his dad Mike live on next week's show. For their race schedule, news, and info, visit Midwest Legends Dirt Series page on Facebook. They're also promoted and supported by NNS Towing and Spankins Motorsports. Show sponsors that we have involved. It's a lot of fun. We've been doing this for 42 years now. Can't thank them for their partnership. Adams Towing, Dells Raceway Park, Precise Auto and Truck Accessories in Wisconsin Dells, Badger Kart Club, Schlafer Auto Body, Paulie's Pub and Eatery, LD's Barbecue in East Troy, Rapina Realty, Road America, Interstate Batteries of Southeast Wisconsin. We welcome the Midwest Legends Dirt Series and race car components for gearheads in Beaver Dam as part of our new partnerships. And we also want to tell you to please support those businesses and tell them you heard it or saw it here on our show. We've had a couple more drivers show up. That's why I moved down a chair. We got 3 wide, making it 4 wide now here at Raceway Bar and Grill. Let's welcome in drivers that brought their race cars with them as well. A driver that races the Slinger Bees. We've had him on the show. Welcome back, Matthew Wandry. Nathan Lemberger making his show debut. He raced the 10th in the points last year in the Slinger Bees. And we also welcome in Kendall Becker, a double-duty driver. Kendall races in the Bees and in Figure 8. So, guys, thanks for coming down to the show, man. Lots going on.
Thank you again, Jim, for having me back on this year.
Matthew, the season is here.
It is.
We aren't racing this Sunday in the Slinger Bees per se, but I'm sure you're going to be in tune. What have you done to your car since last fall to get that Honda fired up and ready? Or was it an Acura? I forget.
Honda.
Honda, okay.
Lot of safety stuff,
right.
Jim. I had Rick Schaefer at Performance Motorsports help me re-put a new roll cage in the car, made it a little bit safer, fix a couple holes in the floor, which, it's not ideal to have in a race car.
Those are speed secrets you shouldn't talk about. There's holes in the floor.
When it's rotten out,
Okay.
I mean, it's free weight reduction. But, no, just mainly that, making sure the brakes in my car actually work. Because,
That'd be good.
Last year they were kind of spotty. But other than that, I mean, it's just also driver mods. So just being a better driver, being more consistent, trying to find that first win. I was close a bunch last year, but close but no cigar.
I have it officially as you finish 6th in Slinger Bees points. I know you were looking for that first win. It's going to come soon.
I know.
And I look forward to seeing you at the show, on the show when you have that first win. If Nathan Lemberger beats you to the punch, Nathan will have to have you on the show.
Oh, absolutely.
How much fun is it racing a Slinger Bee at Slinger?
Oh, with these two guys and Morgan, I saw her walking around. It's been great. My 3rd year going into it, and these guys and everybody at the track's been really supportive of me, and as well as my family and friends. So there is no question in my mind that I got good supporting behind me when I'm in that race car.
It looks like a street car.
It is.
But you popped the hood for me. Man, there's a lot going on in those race cars.
Yeah, there's a wonderful guy back there, Rick Schaefer with Performance Motorsports. He's been he's torn that thing apart 3 times now. Last year for a motor, and then this year after I met an Integra on the front stretch, up close and personal, and then another motor again this year. So that's a lot of his handiwork in there.
Have you fired it yet?
We have, yes.
it sounds good. I'm hoping to run it tomorrow when we rent the track out and see where she goes.
And then when it comes to your first race, when will that be, Nathan?
I believe it's May 31st, right, Matt?
Yeah, it is. It's funny you guys bring that up, but the first time that I race this car this year will be after I'm a college graduate.
Hey!
I'm graduating from your alma mater, Dean Strom's alma mater, so it's going to be great.
As far as my money could take me, UW Milwaukee.
UWM, great school. Alan Kowicki.
Yeah, this guy. He went there.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Have you been in the Quickie garage lately in the engineering department?
I have not, but I have been past there. I've been in the EMS building for a couple of classes there, so it's been nice.
Do yourself a favor. We did a show on the 30th anniversary weekend of Alan's passing in that'd be 2023, and we went to Alan Quickie Park the next day. Thanks to Mark Goodman for letting us in the Alan Quickie Park Pavilion and all the fun things the Lions Club does there. We did a show in the Quickie garage that Friday evening, I think it was, and man, it's pretty cool to see that still lives on, and there's a bunch of racing stuff in there. Are you involved in the racing program at UWM at all?
I am not, no. I'm more focused on what I've got back here at home with the four-cylinder.
Nathan, when it comes to your racing, how long have you been doing this?
This is going to be my third year for Slinger Speedway.
So in the Bs?
Yes, sir.
Any hope or try or getting broken out of the Bs into the Super Bs?
Depends on what the rest of the family wants to do. I got 3 cousins that race as well in the Super Bs and 2 in the late models. So if one moves up, I might try and go up that next step this year and try and do double duty.
In my experience watching the Bs, there's no time to mess around. You just got to go.
Yep.
And those races, man, they seem like they go lightning fast.
Oh, they do.
So how much maintenance is there on a given week? Because when you hit the racetrack, you're literally like half speed already, and they go, line them up, boys, let's go.
Yeah, it depends on how the race goes. You got some really good drivers out there. You got some people that are new, and obviously you have accidents that happen, and it's a weekly thing, but most of the time it's just patch up from last week and go. But my dad and my grandpa out there are the ones that do most of the elbow and wrench work on the car, and they just ask me to drive and bring it home in one piece. So
time to bring in Kendall Becker. Kendall, you've got a lot going on. How many race cars are you around on a given weeknight and then on Sunday nights at the racetrack?
For weekly shows, I'll just run 2. I got the figure 8 car, obviously, and the Slinger Bee, which I plan on running part-time whenever figure 8s aren't running.
Oh, is that how you're putting your schedule? Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense then, right? You can focus on one car, not worried about jumping in the other, because sometimes they're back-to-back races.
And plus, this year, my dad is actually getting back into racing for the first time in 2 years. And so we just got a new rollback hauler, so then we can haul 2 cars at once. But hauling 3, I mean, it's very stressful getting it back and forth.
Yep.
Gotta get to bed at 11 and up for work at 6 the next day.
Yeah. If you ever have a chance, and if somebody's got pictures, maybe it's in the Slinger downtown, they've got some displays for historic photos of Slinger Speedway. The Cannonberg hauler. You guys remember that one? They had like a 7-car hauler, and they towed a flat towed a car behind it. So you got some inspiration going on there.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
The Cannonbergs are coming to run figure 8s, but they would roll in the pits, I don't know, halfway through the program, pitch dark out, and here they come. You could hear the hauler before they could see it.
Yep.
And you knew that it was full of race cars. They were going racing. So I'm glad to see that tradition continue with 2, maybe 3 cars being hauled by the Becker family into the race pit.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I guess, what is it like? It gets pretty stressful.
I'm sure it does. Yeah.
On those days, and then sometimes we'll show up later with the figure 8 cars,
Yep.
And yeah, it gets kind of stressful just based on we need to haul them up like just within a couple hours, and then tune them up all in one day, possibly 3.
Your dad's gotten really good, won a championship racing in the figure 8 division. What's it like racing in the figure 8 car? What's the secret to not finding someone else in the X lap upon lap?
There really isn't a secret. Sometimes you just got
I like
just
it.
floor it, man.
That was the right foot going down.
Yep.
At what point do you try to play chicken a little bit and not have them surrender before you do?
Well, I mean, sometimes you gotta be humble and let them make the choice. So
yeah.
So sometimes you just gotta floor it.
Fun stuff. Have you done anything different to your race cars to get ready for this year than last year?
I mean, mostly aesthetic stuff. We did some touch-up work, put some chrome wheels on it, which already bent one on Sunday. So
that's a mile an hour faster though if you go chrome. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Right there. Get ready. Put some brake pads on that thing first night.
Exactly.
That's pretty exciting.
Yep.
Any other new updates? Any new partners, sponsorships you brought along for the year?
For this year, we actually added on Lee Precision onto the team, which is actually where I work, ironically.
Okay.
I also got Tanya L. Werner, Tax and Accounting. They've been supporting us for the last 6 years. Pro Auto Sales and Service, BW Contracting. My mom's company, Vinyl Destination, is always on board. And BW Contracting. And I think that's it for now.
When it comes to racing in the divisions you race in, I like the idea that it's a family deal.
Yep.
People are pitching in to help you. If you got a flat tire, my goodness, there's more people than tires to get that thing changed, get it on the jack, and get going again. What's some of the highlights for you when it comes to racing at Slinger on a Sunday night?
Me and my dad, a couple of years ago, we actually got to race against each other in the Slinger Bees. And we did it like 3 separate times, and I beat him in every single one of them, which I'm very happy to brag about to him.
How often do you remind him of that? Is it daily, weekly, monthly, holidays?
Whenever I get to. Whenever he tries to beat me out there, like when we're practicing, you know.
Keep going, Dad. You got a couple tenths to get me.
Yep,
that's kind of fun. Are you racing against him much this year?
Hopefully. On practice on Sunday, he unfortunately blew up his motor in his car. But hopefully we'll get ready for May 17th when we're out there at Slinger, and then maybe we'll have the first father-son X hit. No, I'm kidding.
There you go. That'd be great. Looking forward to seeing you race. May 17th is the first Sunday night. I call it the regular season. You can get season tickets at Ticket Hoss or go to the website, slingersuperspeedway.com. Nathan, when it comes to your racing, we talked about May. It seems like a little ways off, but I'm thinking you might have a chance maybe to get out on the track soon?
Yeah, I believe that we're renting the track tomorrow around noonish.
Yep.
So it'll be nice to break in the new motor and see some family and see all the new upgrades that Travis and company has done to the track. So it'll be nice to see all that too.
And who's helping your racing efforts this year?
That's going to be Quality Welding down in Sussex. My dad's company, Tools Inc. in Sussex as well as Paul's Certified, my uncle's shop down there as well.
And as far as people go, who's all helping you on the race car?
Oh boy, a whole bunch of family. I got my dad and my grandpa here. I got a few friends here as well. I got these guys. It, like you had said, it's a family thing. Everybody's helping everywhere. Rick Schaefer's been a great help with motor and structural repair to the car as well. So.
And Matthew Andre, when it comes to your Honda, it's white and yellow, and is there any room for any other sponsors to go on that car?
Well, it's funny you bring that up, Jim, because we are looking for some more sponsors for this year. With all the work that we've had done to it, it's been great. I've been able to pay for that with a lot of the sponsor dollars we've had for this year.
Third year or fourth year doing
Fourth
it?
year.
Okay.
Fourth year. So we're looking for some other sponsors. So honestly, anything we can get is what I'm looking for.
Is anybody already on the race car besides your name across the roof?
Yes, there are. Actually, a couple of people. Kim Gertis with Keller Williams, Sherwood Realty down in Sherwood. She's not here tonight. I wish she was. What's her name? Jamie Becker in Vinyl Destination, Kendall's mom. I know Kendall doesn't like to admit it, but she makes the best-looking Slinger bee at Slinger Speedway doing all my vinyl work.
Your car, you're saying. Okay, I got it. I
got to also thank the Bobbleheads Bring Us Together project, Rick Schaefer and Performance Motorsports for everything he does with just kind of giving me little tweaks to make the car faster, giving me advice with, hey, do this and don't do that with your car, because he's been building Acuras forever and Hondas in that sense. And, yeah, that's pretty much all of them for this year.
It'll be fun to follow you at the racetrack. We want to see you in the stands at Slinger Super Speedway, but is there a social destination to find where you're at, Matt?
Yeah, I've got a YouTube channel. I put my my onboards up. I have a GoPro in the car. Matthew Running Motorsports at YouTube, Matthew Running Motorsports on Instagram. Yeah, that's all I got for socials right now. I mean, yeah, it's going to be a good season. I can tell
Nathan
that.
Lemberger, any idea to social updates, or you just say, come and see me at the pits and bring money for tires?
A little bit of that, but we do have a Facebook page. That's Lemberger Motorsports. Matt here is going to be helping me doing some editing with my in-car this year as well.
Oh, yeah.
So
all right.
Got to learn from one of the better guys with in-car POV.
Yeah. It's not that hard. It's a little cap cut action.
Yeah. Kendall, where can we find what you're up to on socials?
I'm actually also on YouTube. Matt does not help me. I might have helped him first.
All right.
He gave me the inspiration, so I'll put it at that.
Little ripoff. I'm also on Facebook, Kendall Becker. Me and my dad have a racing page, Shark Hammer Racing. That's on Facebook and Instagram. I have my own Instagram.
And what is that?
Shark and Hammerhead Racing, I believe.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, and then I'm also on Snapchat, TikTok. I'll post on those every once in a while.
You're welcome to share this portion of our show. It's a lot of fun talking to you guys. How about a big hand for these guys? Let's welcome back, again, Kendall Becker when he wins. We're going to have Nathan Lemberger back on when he wins, and Matthew Wander wins for the first time. He'll probably be at Polly's or wherever we are at noon on Tuesday saying, Jim, I'm here. I'm ready.
I'd love to be back here for again this year. So, yeah, Love to be back again. Thank
Thanks,
you again
guys.
for having me,
Appreciate it
Jim.
very much. More racers and the short track report. Thanks to our friends at Bonafide Security Solutions. Next on the show, it's a road show hanging out at Raceway Bar and Grill on a Johnson & Sons Paving road show night. Come on back and join us.
Join the racing crowd every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Central all season long. Share what you love about Pro Track Racing on our Facebook page and on Twitter and Instagram at Racing Roundup. We'll be right back with more of the Racing Roundup Show.
Greenfield Gallery wants to buy your racing collection. Do you have die-cast cars from IndyCar, Sprint Car, or short tracks? Greenfield Gallery wants them. If you have old racing programs, racing photos, and negatives, Greenfield Gallery wants those too. Contact Ralph Hibbert Jr. at Greenfield Gallery, who wants to buy your racing collection. Ralph also has an ever-changing eBay store full of racing collectibles. Search Greenfield Gallery. Email Ralph right now to get connected. His email address is ralph@greenfieldgallery.net.
For your next purge or project, go with the pros. Source Services. Champion driver and Wisconsin Short Track Hall of Famer Dan Source founded Source Services in 1988 with one truck, one employee, and a tireless work ethic. Through the dedicated work of Dan and his employees, Source Services LLC is Southeastern Wisconsin's leading waste container rental company. Dropped and picked up by professionals, you can rent a dumpster for up to 60 days. Source Services sorts and recycles to reduce the amount of waste going into landfills. Go with the pros at sourceservices.com.
Eliminate the hassles of planning a trip to the races. Hook up with Boring Bob's escorted NASCAR racing tours. Boring Bob offers transportation, lodging, race tickets, nightlife, shuttle service, and more. Boring Bob knows all the back roads into and out of the racetrack to get you in and out fast. Pick one or pick them all. Go in style to Daytona, Bristol, Phoenix, Las Vegas, and more. He has decades of experience and industry contacts galore. You name the race, let Boring Bob do the rest. Call Boring Bob today to make plans now to go on one of Boring Bob's famous escorted NASCAR racing tours. Boring Bob's always at 414-321-1307. That's 414-321-1307.
Like our show on Facebook and share our content with other race fans. We hope to see you at one of our upcoming shows too. Join racers, other race fans, and win prizes. Now let's get back to more of the Racing Roundup Show.
Welcome back to our fun night here at Raceway Bar and Grill in Slinger on Highway 60, just down the road from Slinger Super Speedway, where they kick off their season this coming Sunday afternoon. Details at slingersuperspeedway.com. This portion of the Racing Roundup Show on the road, thanks to Johnson & Sons Paving and Oak Creek Automotive, is brought to you by Schlafer Auto Body and Sales in Lannon. Trust the 4 generations of racers that do it right. They do it for all manufacturers. They do it for all insurance companies. They've been doing it since 1974. They can certainly take care of your business and your needs. Schlafer Auto Body is in Landon. Search their great work on Facebook, Schlafer Auto Body. A bunch of racers helping out our show and helping out a bunch of folks with their passenger cars in between their racing with the 410s and 360s sprint cars. Here's another reminder to watch or record our TV show that airs weekly at 11:30 a.m. on Saturday mornings on CW18 Milwaukee. Set it to record, and you can listen or watch live as you wish from anywhere at CW18Milwaukee.com. Our Bill Holland continues the family obligations out of state, so we'll hopefully see Bill soon back on the show, the In the Groove reports. We have a lot of fun going on the show, and there's a lot of racing to talk about. We'll keep it short and sweet here on the Bonafide Security Solutions Short Track Report with more racers to get to. It's time for the Bonafide Security Solutions Short Track Report. See the racers at Team Bonafide for custom-made security doors, program card access, cameras, and alarm systems for your home or business, plus on-call locksmiths and more. It's a lock. Call Bonafide. Their number is 262-790-9400 or go online to bonafidesafe.com. They protect what you value. That Egan family team, they are ready. They're going racing this Sunday. They're racing full-time in the Midwest Tour, and Nick Egan and the gang of that number 13 dialed in. Looking forward to seeing the Egan boys this coming Sunday. I'll be there at Slinger. Hope to see you there as well. Jeremy Miller won the Big 8 season opener, the 49th spring opener at Grundy County Speedway to open up their season. Congrats to Jeremy. Scotty Gardner topped the Mid-Am Racing feature. Brianna Riggins prevailed in the 6 shooters, and Camden Grommers, I was watching a little bit of the highlights. Man, he was lights out in the American Super Cups. Tyler Courtney won Saturday night's World of Outlaw Sprint Car Race at Tri-City Speedway in Hobstead, Indiana. Sheboygan Scotty Thiel finished one spot out of the transfer in the LCQ. After tonight's show, we'll have race tickets to win for the first trip for the World of Outlaws Sprint Cars to Wisconsin. They're racing 3 nights featuring Anderson's Maple Syrup sponsored Bill Baylog. The Dairyland Showdown at Mississippi Thunder Raceway is 3 nights. It's near La Crosse. We have tickets to the Saturday night, May 2nd finale. You can win those tonight after the show. Cody Swanson won the 500 Sprint Car Tour race at Anderson Speedway, the 100 lap Glen Nibel Classic. Tonight's the second of 6 Interstate Batteries High Limit Racing Sprint Car shows on FS1. You can see it on Flow, but tonight's one of their 6 TV shows. Next Tuesday, they're back at it in Oklahoma for one of their midweek specials at Arrowhead Speedway. This Saturday night, gates open at 4 p.m. for the Midwest Legends Dirt Series opener at Plymouth Dirt Track. It's Plymouth's opening night with 360 Sprints, Grand Nationals, and B-Mods. Practice at Dell's, you can do it this Saturday from 11 to 5. Wilmot Raceway has practice Saturday and Sunday during the afternoon. Check out their website, wilmotraceway.com. Slinger has practice this Saturday just for the division's racing on Sunday, but that's noon to 4, and they're going racing on Sunday for a lot of money. It was really good to visit with a bunch of racers as well this past week, and looking forward to seeing a bunch of racers this Sunday with the postponement of the ASA Stars National Tour race at Dominion. I'm heading to Slinger on Sunday. Our Dean Strom's going to be fresh off his ride, 26 miles and 385 yards. Yes, Dean ran the Boston Marathon yesterday. Did a great job. He's calling the races this Sunday at Slinger Speedway on Track TV. I checked in with Dean on the way here. They're through Chicago and heading home, but it was his, I think, 4th time hand cycling the Boston Marathon, so we can talk to Dean about that on Sunday and perhaps on Tuesday when we're back at Polly's here on this show. A couple more guests joining us on the program. We talk about racers that are busy. Morgan Zerwinski joins us. She's 5th in the Slinger Bees and 5th in Super Bees points this year. That's a busy schedule. We also have one of the Johnson boys with us. Let's welcome in Lincoln Johnson to the Racing Roundup Show. Guy and gal, thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having us.
I always say guys. Morgan, it's good to see you again.
Yeah, good to see you too.
What was last season like?
Very busy. I'm a college student, as most of you guys know. I graduate with my master's degree next Friday.
Whoa.
But we're still racing both divisions again this year, so both the Slinger Bee and the Super Bee.
And how was that? Was it a same night, 2 divisions, or did they alternate? How'd that go?
Most of the time they alternate, but again, this year we have 2 back-to-back nights. So we jump in one car, get out of that car, race the other car, and go back and forth all night.
Wow.
Yes.
And what's the difference in speeds? We talk about Super Bees. They're faster. Just say it that way. The bees can break out if they go too fast.
Correct.
So what's that like, make that adjustment literally minutes apart?
It's definitely a challenge. The last race of last year, I was leading with 2 laps to go and unfortunately broke out with 2 laps to go. So that was unfortunate.
So if you go faster than the lap time, you literally are told, nope, you're done.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah, the second you run faster than a 15.0, you instantly just see the black flag and they send you off the track.
No radio communication. You just see the black. Okay.
Yep,
You're hoping the black flies for everybody but you.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, got it now. Yeah.
Yeah, but the Super Bees don't have a lap time, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
So we practiced on Saturday and we got it down to a 14.2, so a little bit faster than the Bees, which is a 15.0.
That's a whole second faster, really.
Yeah.
That's a lot of faster. Wow. How much work goes into that?
It's definitely a lot of work, that's for sure. I mean, we're bouncing between both cars. We also are building a 3rd car this year to get more competitive. So it's a busy schedule between all of that, working full-time, and then the full-time college student. So.
And once you graduate, that's another full-time job or 2 full-time jobs. Why not?
Yeah.
Stay busy, right?
Yeah, why not?
Well, you work second shift now, so when this thing transpires, if all goes to plan, say by June when you're clicking and winning races at Slinger in the B and the Super B, how many hours a week are you working and racing?
I'm hopefully still working 40 hours a week because we still got to pay for the car somehow.
Yep.
So it'll still be busy, but it'll be fun.
What's your degree going to be in?
I'll have my master's in athletic training on Friday. I already have my bachelor's in sports medicine. So.
Wow, cool. So if you ever twist your knee going around Slinger Speedway pit area, see Morgan if the safety cream is a little busy on the racetrack. No, I'm kidding. That's exciting for you. I'm really happy that you're able to do that. Who's helping you out?
We have my parents are helping me out a ton. Rick Schaefer is a huge help. We would not be anywhere close to where we are if Rick Schaefer wasn't there to support us, that's for sure.
Really cool. Lincoln Johnson, you've been patiently waiting on your turn. I do want to tell you, I'm very impressed with what you guys are able to do, including racing to second in points last year in the bandos at Slinger. You now have a couple of cars to play with, right? If I'm reading that right, what's all going on with you?
Well, last year we were jumping in between the Bando and Legend, but now we're just Legend,
okay.
And we're building another car, a 602 late model, and hopefully we can be testing a lot in that this year.
And what's that take for you, knowing Jaden? We talked to him earlier on the show. You can watch that on a on-demand replay. He made the adjustment. The car's in your shop, so you get some stock car familiarity, but you guys get really good. You've gotten really good nationally with what you're able to produce in a Bando and a Legends car. What has that transition been like for you? I'm sure it's a challenge and probably fun in a lot of ways, but what are some of the biggest things you have to kind of think differently about?
Yeah, it's a lot. There's so much to focus on between the cars, and you have to change your line and different setups and everything.
Do you have yourself a schedule yet? Are you going to race two cars in the same night?
Not that I know of yet. I don't know anything about that.
So when we talk about the Johnson & Sons Paving, the sons of Jason Johnson, you guys are all racing. You're all over the country at a given time. You got to go golfing in Florida while your brothers raced in Vegas.
Yeah, that was nice.
I'd say it was nice. Do you know how many times you're going to race this year and where yet?
No, I know Slinger Speedway and Dells and Jefferson are going to be our main focus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Will you travel outside the state much to go racing?
Probably as much as I can.
Okay.
But I'm just starting as high school and getting that going, so.
All right. Just starting high school.
Yeah.
So you're graduating 8th grade coming up in a couple weeks?
No, I'm just finishing
I'm sorry.
freshman year.
I'm sorry. Okay,
actually.
okay. I mistook that. Okay. But there's a lot going on there then to get ready.
Yeah.
How much are you involved in racing and working on the cars, plural? Because there's a lot that the Johnson & Sons paving team does and take to the racetrack.
For sure. I definitely try to get in the shop as much as I can, but there's other sports like golf and schoolwork that I focus
Are you on the
too.
school golf team?
Yeah.
Awesome. That's cool. So that gets you out of like half a day sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes 9 a.m. tournaments, right?
Yeah,
If I
it's
remember
nice
right.
to leave early. Yeah.
It's nothing wrong with that. As far as golf goes, are you good enough to like maybe do some tournaments and?
Maybe.
Because Dale Jarrett's a NASCAR Hall of Famer. He was actually on the cusp of saying, I want to play a pro golfer. I want to be a professional race car driver. Because his dad did it. His family did it.
That would be fun.
Yeah? Both maybe? Why not, right?
Yeah, why not?
Lincoln, who else supports what you have going on now that you're racing in the 602 world and racing full-time in Legends cars?
Anybody that just helps out our family between Landon Rapp and my dad, and Casey Johnson helps with some things, and my older brother Jaden.
That's really cool to have that together. And Jaden's been kind of your main mechanic at times, hasn't he?
Yeah, for sure.
So when it comes to that, do you guys get along okay? I mean, you guys are right there in it the entire time. You're spending a lot of time together.
Yeah, usually. Sometimes he makes me mad, gets in my way.
Yeah.
But
when it comes to racing at the level you are, do you enjoy it at all, or is it just a matter of knocking the next one off? Are you having fun having some time, meeting some friends?
I definitely enjoy it. It's really fun, and it's nice to just get in a car and drive, even though you don't have your driver's license.
Exactly. Go as fast as you possibly can.
Yeah.
Lincoln, thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Lincoln Johnson, Morgan Zerwinski, two of the upcoming racers. You can see Morgan racing, I think, was it May 17th is your first one?
Yep, May 17th.
Racing at Slinger. And Lincoln's effort, you can follow Johnson & Sons Racing, I believe, right, on socials?
Yeah.
Where can we find you on socials, Morgan?
You can find me on YouTube. I also do in-car videos of that as well. That is Zerwinski Racing on YouTube. And then I also have a Facebook and Instagram, which is Zerwinski Racing.
Bring it on. We're looking forward to it, seeing you guys racing everywhere you possibly can. Lincoln, thanks for coming on. Morgan, thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
I want to thank everybody for joining us here at the show. But a big hand for Johnson & Sons Paving, big hand for Raceway Bar and Grill, big hand for Slinger Super Speedway for having us here on a Tuesday night. We're hanging out in Slinger, Wisconsin tonight. We're back at Paulie's next week, Tuesday. I want to thank our guests for being on the show. Almost every one of them brought their race car. They certainly brought a big racing crowd with them. We can't thank you enough for being part of it. This is a great place to hang out before, during, and after. I saw the menu. Tuesdays are taco night, so I didn't bring that up earlier. But when you get a chance to roll through Slinger, stop here at the Raceway Bar and Grill on your way to Slinger Speedway, which is going to be a lot of fun. Starting this Sunday afternoon, big show there. Also, their first weekly show is Sunday, May 17th, and they race on every Sunday night on through Labor Day and on through after that. So looking forward to seeing you at Slinger Speedway or a short track. Pretty much anywhere we'd like to go to. Love telling the shows and the races on the program, racers on the program are what make this show possible. So thanks to our sponsors for letting us do this. Thanks to our great crew for being part of it as well. And thanks again to Slinger Super Speedway for coming on board as a sponsor, and Raceway Bar and Grill for hosting us tonight for this Johnson & Sons Paving Roadshow presented by Oak Creek Automotive, our first of the season. Thanks for being part of it, everybody. As I like to say as I close things out, set your DVRs, support your local racing, and have at it, racers. We'll see you next Tuesday, Paulies.
Wisconsin racing fans, we hope you enjoyed our show. Watch Milwaukee's only motorsports TV show this Saturday morning at 11:30 on CW18 Milwaukee and live online at CW18Milwaukee.com. We are delivering fresh content every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Central. Plan now to join the racing crowd next Tuesday and win prizes. Visit RacingRoundUpShow.com for our latest show schedule and to watch our shows on demand. Like the Racing Roundup Show on Facebook. Follow and interact with us on X and Instagram at Racing Roundup. Until next time, race fans, on behalf of the entire crew, this is Dean Strom reminding you to support your local racetrack, set your DVRs, have at it, racers.